It's a major headline across the country, not just in the Lone Star State. Like I was saying, transgender athletes and sports in Texas. A House committee held a hearing on the Save Women's Sports bill making its way through the state legislature. Fox 4 Dallas reporter Stephen Dial is here to talk about that piece of legislation. Stephen, good to see you. This was just introduced, right? What's the likelihood that it's going to make its way to passage?
Oh, it definitely will pass the Texas legislature. It's already passed the Texas Senate. 21 states across the country have already done something like this. The last session, the Texas legislature passed basically a transgender sports bill for K through 12th grade students. Now they're trying to do it for the college athletes. The topic of transgender athletes has continued to make headlines in recent years. Most notably in 2022 when Leah Thomas, a transgender woman, became the first to win a Division I NCAA title in any sport.
The NCAA forced female swimmers to share a locker room with Thomas.
Riley Gaines, a former University of Kentucky All-American swimmer, competed against Thomas. Gaines and others testified before the Texas House Higher Education Committee Monday as it considered moving forward with a bill that the Senate has already approved. The bill would make transgender college athletes compete in the sport associated with the gender assigned at birth.
Make no mistake about it, by allowing Thomas to displace female athletes, the NCAA intentionally discriminated on the basis of sex.
While supporters of the bill testified about what they call an unfair advantage men have over women, Euless native Mac Beggs spoke from a different perspective. Beggs transitioned to a man but was forced to compete with female wrestlers.
And for you to try to take sports away from transgender students in college after you already harmed them, K through 12, is just being cruel for cruelty's sake.
While at Euless Trinity, Beggs went on to win the Texas State Championship twice. He says college sports organizations should regulate college sports rather than lawmakers.
Bills like this one are hateful and deadly. Trust me, I know. A recent study that was done by Texas Children's Hospital, a hospital in which I was under care in their youth program, well taken care of, as you can see, recently reported an 800% increase in the number of emergency room visits from youth and adolescents with suicidal thoughts.
So there's another bill that is picking up steam that the Texas House will likely pass tomorrow. That bill has already passed the Senate. It's SB 14. It would block gender-affirming care for transgender youth. And so, Andrew, as you mentioned, this is a nationwide topic. A lot of legislatures have been focused on passing these types of bills. When it comes specific to the college athlete bill, that type of law has already passed in 21 other states.
Yeah, you know, Stephen, it's interesting because it's still so early on with this piece of legislation there in Texas. But are proponents of it, are opponents of it, are they thinking that this could be mired in the courts? No doubt lawsuits might be filed if it is passed, right?
Yeah, and actually a representative from the state of Idaho came to testify today. She said Idaho was the first state in the country to pass this. She said to lawmakers, they were told large companies, they have Hewlett-Packard headquartered up there, they were told large companies would leave if they passed a law like this. She said that hasn't happened. Large companies haven't left the other 20 states that have already done this. Some people have said the NCAA will come down and basically penalize states who pass laws like this. The NCAA has not penalized any state who did this. I mean, Texas last session passed this on the kindergarten through 12th grade level, right. And Texas just hosted the men's and women's Final Four. Right. And so the implications are unknown for Texas, but if you look at the track record, other states appear to have not had any retaliation from an economic standpoint.
All right, Fox 4's Stephen Dial there live for us in Dallas with the latest. Stephen, good to see you. We'll stay on top of this story and we'll speak again.
Have a good night, man.
All right, in the meantime, though, we do want to take the opportunity to let you hear from some of the supporters, some of the proponents of this bill. It's known as SB 15, State Bill 15. It's called the Save Women's Sports Bill. And even some athletes are at the forefront, at the vanguard of this cause, like Riley Gaines, speaking out as well.
In the state of Texas that stands for faith, family, and freedom. and we have been leading the efforts these past 2 legislative sessions to make sure that men stay out of women's sports. Women should not lose out on the opportunity to compete, win, and succeed in sports. Allowing men in women's sports robs them of opportunities guaranteed by law in Title IX, and their very human dignity is at stake when these same men competing in their sports are then allowed to disrobe and shower next to them in locker rooms without their consent.
Absolutely.
If passed, SB 15 will finish the work of last session by protecting female athletes in college where the stakes are higher and the physical differences are greater. The time to complete the work in Texas by making sure women college athletes are protected is right now.
Yes.
Especially after the United States House of Representatives just passed a bill that would give full protection of female athletes of all ages. Today you will hear from female athletes, state leaders, and grassroots women who will all tell you that the fight to protect girls and women and the rights given to women in Title IX is very real. First, you will hear from Representative Valerie Swanson, who represents District 150 and has been championing legislation to save women's sports these past 2 sessions. Representative Swanson was successful in the 87th legislative session in passing the Save Girls Sports Act, HB 23, and today she will be presenting SB 15, which will complete the work by protecting college women's sports. Here is Representative Valerie Swanson.
Thank you. And I just want to thank everyone for being, okay. Want to thank, hello, not getting any sound out of it. Are y'all hearing me? Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. And this is such an important issue. There are 227,000 athletes, female athletes, in our public colleges in Texas. They matter. It's important that we protect them. We protect their futures. We protect their safety, their privacy. It's so important. That number is up from only 30,000 girls in college athletics in Texas in 1972. This is so important we protect the people. I'm happy to announce that my bill, the House bill that will be the companion to this one, has 81 co-authors, so I make 82. That's well over the half is 75. You need 76 to vote. We have the votes on this committee. We are going to get this done. We have had amazing testimony today, and I want to say thank you to every member who's supporting the bill and to every single grassroots person who has come to support the bill. And I just thank you. We're going to get this done.
Next, you will hear from NCAA champion and Independent Women's Forum spokeswoman Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines is a decorated athlete and had given up her trophy to male swimmer Leah Thomas after Thomas decided to identify as a woman and compete against other women athletes. Here is Riley Gaines.
My name is Riley Gaines, and I recently graduated and swam at the University of Kentucky, where I proudly finished my career as a 12-time NCAA All-American, a 5-time SEC champion, the SEC record holder in the 200 butterfly, and a 2-time Olympic trial qualifier. All of that to say I wouldn't have achieved any of this without the women's sporting category in Title IX. I'm here in Texas today, and I have been many times in the past fighting for this issue for a few reasons. First and foremost, I believe every girl, regardless of age, sport, where you live, division you're competing in, deserves fairness, privacy, and safety in their sport. Secondly, I find myself connected to the state of Texas because the male I competed against and tied with at our NCAA championships last year, formerly Will Thomas and now Leah Thomas, is from Texas. Texas has always led, and we need Texas to lead on this issue too. Women and girls across the nation are depending on it. Based off of my own personal experience competing against and being forced to change in a locker room with a male, I know what's at stake here. I stand before you independently with all of these women behind me and men. Sorry, guys. But I'm certain I speak for so many. Thank you, guys.
Next, you will hear from Jerry Chanteau. Jerry is an Olympic and decorative swimmer. Jerry is boldly speaking out against men stealing women's opportunities in sports, and she lives right here in Austin, Texas. This is a Texas woman who wants to see SB 15 get passed. Here's Jerry Chanteau.